Eshwar, I think you had said that you'd like to go next. Are you happy to still go now?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, Eshwar. Can we just take a few seconds to have a look at your diary, and then you can tell us how this week's been going for you. Is that okay?
That's okay.
Okay, Eshwar, talk us through your week so far. I can see that you've made a note that you're on Lantis and Nova Rapid, and that you're aiming for the Daphne targets. So thanks for that, and how's it all going?
I'm actually a bit frustrated, if I'm honest. It doesn't seem to be working very well. My sugars are all high. I haven't been able to really change anything, and I'm struggling with what to do next, what I should tackle first.
Sounds like you feel as if there's a few things that you'd like to be different, but you're not sure where to start.
Totally, yeah. I mean, I'm checking my sugars all the time when I should be and correcting, but I'm hardly ever in target.
I can see that you've been out of target for some time, but you've remembered your BI every morning, which you said you'd been forgetting, so there are some changes happening, isn't there?
And you haven't had a hypo so far this week either, and you said you were having them nearly every day. So that's progress you didn't think you'd see this week, isn't it?
Yep, that's a bit of a surprise, but a worry as well, because I'm not near my targets and I don't understand why I'm waking up above target when I haven't forgotten my BI all week. I didn't split it because I wasn't remembering it once a day, never mind twice a day. And that's why I moved it to the morning too.
So what part of the diary would you like to focus on this afternoon?
Well, I'm a bit confused about my BI. Maybe we can start with that?
Absolutely. Tell us what you're thinking about your BI at the moment, Eshwar.
Right. Well, I don't really understand why I'm high in the morning when I'm actually taking my BI every day, and then I'm high all day.
Let's go back to the stepwise approach, shall we? It's on page 104 in your course workbook. Has everybody found it? Great. Okay, Eshwar. The first box says what glucose is out of target. So which one are you concerned about?
I think the morning, because if I can get that right, the rest of the day might be better.
Okay, let's start with that one. The next box says exclude other causes. So what might make you have a glucose above target in the morning?
Well, it talks about wrong CP counting, snacks, exercise and stuff, but I'm not eating in the middle of the night or doing any exercise, am I?
But you went to the gym last night. What did you do when you were at the gym?
Pilates. But I haven't been doing it for years and it's not very strenuous at all, so I don't think that's got anything to do with it.
Okay, so you don't think it's CP related or exercise related. We would like to suggest another reason why the glucose might be high in the morning.
Are you having alcohol with CPs before bed or a snack before bed?
What are your sugars like when you go to bed?
I haven't checked them at bedtime, partly because I forgot on Monday night, and then I ate too late last night to make it worth my while.
So you could actually be above target at bed and staying steady overnight?
That's an interesting point, Jazz. What would you know about the BI if you're above target at bed but the same the next morning?
That this doesn't work.
Isn't the BI meant to hold us steady overnight? So if Eshwar was 12 at bed, he'd be close to 12 the next morning.
What does anyone else remember about that?
I think that's right. We should stay within 1.5 overnight. If the BI dose is right, so Eshwar would still be about the same the next morning.
Well remembered. There's a lot to remember this week, and that sometimes gets forgotten. So well done. So Eshwar, if you're not sure about your BI and what it's doing overnight, what could you do to include in your action plan to help sort it out?
so I could check my glucose level at bedtime, but I'm not great at remembering things at night.
How does anyone else make sure they remember at night? Either their insulin or their glucose check?
I use alarms on my phone for loads of things, from dropping my daughter off at Brownies and picking her up again, to my bedtime BI dose, because I've got a memory like a sieve.
Well, that's a handy tip. Thanks, Dave. What does anybody else do?
Well, I keep my BI pen with my toothbrush because I always remember to brush my teeth morning and night. I used to keep it on the bedside table, but that got so covered in junk I could never find the pen.
So Eshwar, what could you do to remember to check your glucose at bedtime?
I like the idea of an alarm on my phone, but my phone often runs out of juice by bedtime, and I have to stick it on charge. So that might not be a good idea for me.
Have you got a handset for your sensor, or do you use your phone? Because if you use a handset, keep that with your phone charger.
Actually, I use my phone, so I guess once I stick it on the charge, the alarm would still go off, wouldn't it? Unless I go to bed after the alarm time?
To be honest, I think if you really wanted to get to grips with this, you just make the effort and stop making excuses. It's simple enough to write yourself a note and put it on your pillow or something.
So listen, not all of us are perfect, you know.
Okay, let's get back to helping Eshwar and remember what you all agreed on the ground rules about respecting each other and being sympathetic towards each other's issues, not being judgmental. Eshwar, coming back to you, what do you think you can do to make sure that you remember to check your glucose at bed?
I'll ask my wife to put the alarm on her phone because hers is always charged, I think.
Great, so you've got a plan. You're confident will work for you. And what else could Eshwar do to check his overnight BI?
The 3 a.m. glucose check.
Oh, you might be laughing now, but Esther won't be the only one thinking about this by the end of the week.
Definitely not. Most of you will be doing a 3M check by the end of the course.
In that case, I'll just get it over with and do it tonight, so Esther's not the only one and neither am I.
Whoa, hang on. I haven't said that I'll do it yet, so you might be the only one.
What's the reason behind doing a 3M glucose check, anyone?
It's to make sure you are above 5, so you know you are safe to increase your BI if you need to. But if Eshwar and Dave are on CGM, they can just look back at the readings in the morning, come there, rather than waking up at 3 a.m. That's what I'll do.
Perfect. I'm still in glucose meter brain because I've only had the CGM since Friday.
That's right. Thank you for highlighting that, Vishula. And it means that you're a step ahead Dave and Eshwar, so you can potentially make a decision about your BI dose sooner and with a bit more confidence. Eshwar, what are you thinking?
That I'm going to set the alarm on my phone for 10 p.m. and I'll plug it in to top up the battery so I can check my glucose at bedtime.
Well done. So you've added that to your action plan. What else are you going to include in your plan?
So I'll check my CGM tomorrow morning to see what my glucose was in the night, and then delay my Lantus until I've talked about it with you in the morning, because I don't normally take it till 10 o'clock anyway.
Sounds like you've got a plan that you're happy with. And just to clarify for me, what do you think these glucose readings will show?
So I hope they'll show me that my Lantus lasts 24 hours because I'm taking it in the morning.
And how long should Lantus last?
Between 18 to 24 hours, so it's probably running out.
You're right. It might be running out, Jazz, but Eshwar will be able to find out for certain by following his action plan, won't he?
So Eshwar, you've got a plan, and you're going to set the alarm on your phone for tonight. What else would you like to talk about from your diary?
So I think that's enough for one session. Thank you.